Hey guys, Frank here, Godzilla Island, with a comic book review of Coaraptor for the Major Squad. This is the first entry in the Antarctic Press one-shot series, Coaraptor by Hiroshi Kanatani. He writes and does the art for this series. A fifth book is coming out April 12th. It was due out sometime in March. But as with some Antarctic presses, since they're a smaller company, there's some delays that they face sometimes. So April 12th is the street date for Coaraptor 5, but we're going to talk about issue 1, which came out way back in 2019. I really enjoy this. This is my first time experiencing any Coaraptor story. It focuses on, of course, Coaraptor and the Native American Gumda. So let's dive into it. It opens up where we see a bunch of guys just hunting down buffalo, just killing them off in troves, just tons of them. And off in the distance, they see a tornado forming, and this little henchman guy, little sidekick for the guy, Mr. Yoshik, that owns all the land, that he's purposely killing off all the buffalo to try to drive the Native Americans out. He's like, I think we should pull back and hang around the hunting grounds a little more and not go too far out towards the tornado. And then Gumda appears, and one of the henchmen found him on the land, and Mr. Yoshik says, bring him to me, we'll take him back to the office and see what he's doing on my land. And they take him back to the office. They begin beating on Gumda, and they're like, what are you doing here? And they're like, the land belongs to Mr. Yoshik, and you should not be here. You and your people need to leave the land. And Gumda's like, listen, I'm just here to get revenge, because he knows inside the tornado is the Coaraptor. And they kind of are like, why should we believe you? And he's like, well, they killed off all my people, and I want to get some revenge on them. And they end up striking a deal that Gumda could go out and try to kill the Coaraptor. And if he does, if the Coaraptor exists, then he could stay on the land. If not, Mr. Yoshik will take over all the land and all his people have to leave. Mr. Yoshik is thinking, well, he's not going to survive this if there's really a raptor, or he's going into a tornado and it's going to die either way. And he realizes he has a spear here. The spear is made completely of steel from hilt to blade, and it's meant so iron. It's meant so that it won't break, and it's really heavy. And the Native Americans, they actually refer to the Coaraptor as Kioraptor. But Coaraptor is what he becomes known as. Gets lost in translation. But as the whole interrogation goes on in the comics before the whole thing, we see the tornado goes closer, and we start to see Coaraptor in it. And Mr. Yoshik is in like this little fort in the middle of the whole area. So he thinks they're pretty fortified. The buffalo are still getting killed off, and Gumda's like, listen, you're killing off Coaraptor's food supply, that's why he's coming here. So they see the tornado keeps getting closer and closer, and eventually the tornado subsides, and they're like, where is it? And then all of a sudden, it's almost like they're in the eye of the storm. The tornado forms around the fort, and up from the ground comes the Coaraptor. It sucks up all the cowboys. All Mr. Yoshik's henchmen get pulled into the air, and Gumda is just ready to take action. He's ready to get his revenge. Check out that awesome shot. One thing about Hiroshi Kanatani that I've noticed in the few comics that I've read from him, he always manages this awesome text, like a almost textless page in his books, where it's just a completely beautiful like art piece. I love the full page Coaraptor. It's like this could totally be a poster. Awesome. And Mr. Yoshi can't believe his eyes. The Coaraptor is there, and all his henchmen begin firing, and Coaraptor is controlling this tornado and sucking up these guys. His little right-hand man gets pulled up into the tornado, and Coaraptor just chomps him down, and he's done. Then Gumda just jumps up into the wind, and he gets pulled up, and he gets closer and closer, and he ends up back down on the fort. Coaraptor goes to like crush him, and he stabs his hand. Then he goes up to Coaraptor, stabs him in the eye, and he falls. Well, he doesn't fall yet, but he's on top of Coaraptor after he gets stabbed in the eye, and Mr. Yoshi pulls out a machine gun, and they begin firing while Gumda is on top of Coaraptor. And now Coaraptor's blinded, and he's just firing at Coaraptor and Gumda. He's like, listen, this guy was a lion. I can't afford for him to kill him, so I gotta kill him because I'm not giving up my land. So he just tries to kill Gumda himself and Coaraptor in one shot. Gumda decides, hey, listen, we have a common enemy now. We both lost these lands and our food sources. So he begins directing Coaraptor towards Mr. Yoshik, and he throws a spear within striking range, and he just puts it straight through Mr. Yoshik's head. The Coaraptor then falls, but is still alive and blinded. And Gumda pretty much tells the Coaraptor, listen, I spared your life, and I also helped save you from Mr. Yoshik, so when it comes time, when I need your aid and call on you, you will answer. And that's how it ends, and it's pretty cool. He threw a little extra sketch at the end of this book of Kaiju Eros in beauty. Little extra add on there at the end of the comic. But like I said, I really enjoyed this first story so far with Gumda and the Coaraptor. I'm looking forward to reading the rest. I have 1 through 4. 5 is coming. Like I said, April 12th is the predicted street date. And I'll be reviewing those issues as well. Stick with us here on the Major Squad, and thanks for watching.